look at that. No sooner do I say to go live than it does. Maybe I have to pull my chair further up and then I can have you on my knees. Okay, look at that. Now we're going to blow some bubbles because, you know, you feel like it. Oops, hey, that one just broke.
Okay, mister. Nancy blowing bubbles on the Sabbath day.
Is that okay?
Of course.
Now, what can we liken a bubble to?
To an earth that's created, but a very flimsy earth. Maybe a practice earth created.
They keep breaking and splashing. I'll see what this side's like. Almost caught it. I was up on my ladder against the teepee and I reached into my sweatshirt pocket and there was a container of bubbles. So I leaned against the teepee and blew bubbles. That one didn't exist. Let's try this one again. Hey, I caught it. Oops. Why don't you do a U-turn on the other side?
Oh yeah, I can do that.
You better not do it in the middle of a narrow area.
Well, yeah, it's kind of difficult now, right? Somebody's behind me now. Oh gosh. I can't. I'll just watch for him.
Just straighten your car out so that you're back in this lane again.
No.
Oh, he's helping you. And there he goes. You want to let him go first? Let him walk across. You can go high. No, he wants us to go ahead. Okay. Okay. Bye. Okay, here we go. Probably wonder what that was all about. That was about the branch president has to deposit the tithing, but when you deposit it, you need a witness so that there's always proof that somebody actually deposited it. So Willem is the witness today. There's a lot of bags of leaves here. I don't think there's ticks in this town. I need leaves in my teepee. These roads are not perfect, are they? It just lets you know that if nobody ever did anything to your roads, it wouldn't take long before they just turn back to earth, you know? It only takes, you know, like, you can see some of these unmaintained roads. They'll maintain it once and then they leave it alone for a few years and it sure goes downhill.
Yeah, grass and the weeds gonna spread to them, and maybe even trees go in the middle of the road.
Yes, I've been down roads like that.
Yeah, and then before you know it, it's nature.
I caught it, but it dropped it. bubble blowing contest would be a good theme for a party. Don't you? I think I'm going to make a campfire by the teepee this afternoon. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, sure.
I have to not work on my thing. Oops. Pop goes the bubble.
And there we are.
Back where the roads are good. I hope everyone's having a lovely day today. Are you having a lovely day? I hope you're not in pain. Pain is really the pits. You know what I have been known to do? I roll down my window and then I turn on the air conditioner and blow it out the window or the fan or something while we're sitting in traffic. In a traffic jam. And let bubbles come henceforth out of my car. Come forth. I caught it. But it was too heavy to turn it over. Do you want me to drive? I can if you want.
I'm comfortable now. You can continue blow bubbles.
Bubble blowing practice. Now everyone get your bubbles out. Have you ever had a thing of bubbles that's almost empty because you used it up? I think they always spill before you get to that point. I'm not sure, but hey, look, this one is sitting on my clothes. Sorry about that. You can also do this with your hands. You can do this. I wonder if I could do it with this. Hold on, let me try this. No, not enough. Maybe I mostly need it on the first two fingers. Maybe it's finding too much dirt on my hands, which is not allowing it to make bubbles. Have you ever done it in the bathtub? The soap? Here it is. I think that it's getting the oils off my hands and it's popping the bubble too soon. Let me see if I can do it again. Oh, also, it needs to be all over my hand because then it can slide along my hand. You really need, the soap from the bathtub. If you rub it on your hands really well, and then you do this. into all these tiny bits. Droplets. The days of having rows of potatoes to dig up. I remember harvesting 5 feed bags full of potatoes. That was enough for the year, and some. But as it warmed up, they would start to grow. You know, that's what we could put under the floor, is potatoes.
Yeah.
Could lay bags of potatoes on their side under the floor.
Yeah, we could try and grow a lot of potatoes. How many bed space would you need for 5 bags of potato, 5 feed bags of potatoes? A lot, I suppose.
Yeah, I think they were probably 50 feet long, and yeah, probably five rows.
5 rows of 50 feet.
50 feet long.
Yeah, we don't have that much space in our garden.
Well, we do in the valley. You know, we could do more in the valley.
Yeah.
You know, it would be good to even put truckloads of manure in the bottom of the valley, and then just garden the whole thing.
Yeah, but the water is gonna flush over it in the spring.
Yeah, but it's all frozen, and the water won't take it all away like if it's thawed. Look at this.
I'd rather do it in beds.
Okay.
I'm not gonna. Maybe I still have some room by the turkey shed. Some unused land, but we can. Potatoes don't need a lot of soil, do they? Of sun, do they?
Yes.
They need a lot of sun?
Yes.
Oh. I see.
They're a cold weather crop, but I don't know how they would grow in less sun.
Okay.
It's important. That's why I think they grow well in my garden beds. I think that maybe I should devote my garden beds to potatoes and artichokes.
Yeah. Well, artichokes do like sun, but they will grow. They will grow fine in shady spots. So we have to work on volume. And I want to practice storing potatoes that are not seed potatoes. And Jerusalem I suppose you could put them all.
You don't need seed potatoes.
Okay.
Just
right.
potatoes. They don't spray our potatoes here
Right.
like they do in some places.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Well, they do say that potatoes, you can have diseases or something. Like if you use potatoes as seed potatoes, you can develop diseases.
Seed potatoes or regular potatoes?
Regular potatoes that you use for seed potatoes. One source of no
They've always got
evidence, but-
some reason to make you want to buy what they are producing.
Right.
Right? There's always got to be marketing, or nobody would buy anything.
Right. Anyway, so far we have not had any trouble.
And if you ever end up with GMO potatoes, we wouldn't be allowed to keep potatoes and replant them. Like then it would become illegal, and they could take, like That's what happens to farmers.
Right. What would sweet potatoes be GMO, you think?
I have no idea. Probably not, but maybe
Yeah.
later. I think it's, I don't know what it is.
Anyway, we should buy them from the store and get them.
Regular potatoes. And you can tell if you've got good potatoes because they'll start to sprout in the spring.
Yeah.
And if they start to sprout and grow as not just little tiny ones, then they'll be good potatoes. Now somewhere along here, there's a lot of willow growing. Oh, there I saw some. Let's see if we can see it all along here. It's moving pretty fast, but it'll be straight and in clumps and kind of brown. That red stuff is red osier dogwood, which is also there. See how straight that one was? And there's a lot of straight ones. This has got lots of patches of. There's some willow. Willow is kind of brown with yellow on it. Brown bottoms and yellow tops. Or something like that. I need to have another source. I think along here was a good source. Now here it's all mown. Maybe the people across the road mow it. See, now there's some. That's a good patch. Shouldn't have moved the camera, I guess. I think that's another. I did come along here and harvest them earlier. I think in the spring or something. I wanted to do it. There's before they grew for the year. Those are some very straight dogwood. Sorry to make it so close. Alright, well that's the end of that. It's probably worth coming along here and getting those straight dogwood. Maybe it's because I cut them last year that they grew straight this year, but they have no forks on them. Usually dogwood really forks, so you only have a few inches before the next fork. Willow gives you a bit more time. But you know, if you bend willow over, if you don't cut it, but if you bend it over, it will grow straight shoots out of it. So if you have a willow, a tree or a sapling, and you bend it over, you might get a lot more willow shoots from it than if you cut it and, you know, coppice it and let it grow up again. Now here is a stand of pampas grass, which is very beautiful. But I'm reluctant to get it because I don't want any seeds to go get loose. But it would be interesting to try and split it and use it like a roof. You know, you'd have shapes like this that you put like a Spanish tile roof, right? They have these tiles. It's like, you know, like in bamboo. I think that's what our roof was made out of in Jamaica. When they rebuilt the grass hut, they made a bamboo roof like that so that it was water repellent, waterproof. Back in a town where we have, ta-da, bumpy roads. So, have you got your bubbles? Are you blowing bubbles with me yet? Let's blow some more bubbles. was with my 2 daughters yesterday, and I took a picture of the 3 of us, our faces. Well, someone else took a picture of it. Wow, it was so beautiful. The 3 of us, our smiling, loving faces together. I'm going to blow it up and put it in our house. No, not with TNT. It's more fun to blow them out the window. If they go out. Thank you, Willem, for your gentleness so I don't have to fix my camera at every stop sign.
Yeah, I finally latched onto it.
Now, do they pop as soon as they go out, or do they then relax and float for a moment? I think they might just get broken when the wind hits them. Now, what if you put this outside and let just the wind blow bubbles? It's too strong. You have to figure it out so it's not getting too much wind, but just a little bit. I don't think it's possible. Nice to learn the license plates numbers of your friends if they drive a kind of car that's kind of common. But if you know what the license plate number is, like I see my daughter's car and I know the license plate number, so when she's coming towards me on the road, I know that it's her before I can see her because I can see the license plate. Being sucked out the window. Can you see how they're drawn out? Bubbles are an interesting phenomenon, aren't they? You know, if you look at the stream, there'll be bubbles coming down the stream. See in this, see how there's little tiny bubbles alongside the bubble or beside it? When you have a big bubble coming down a stream, all the little bubbles will gather around it, and eventually they'll pop and become one bigger bubble. by the air going by the outside of the window. The suction is pulling it, so it becomes elongated. Hey, I wonder if they'll just blow into the back seat. They're very wet. Okay, I think I'm done with blowing bubbles. I'm getting a little wet here. But it's happy. I like blowing bubbles. Anyway, I hope you have a good day today. I love you guys. Did anybody say anything? Nope. Well, have fun. Bye. You can do this at home. Results may differ.